All right. Well, I am I am so excited and I am so happy and I am so relieved and I am so faithful, because I have faith everything's going to work out. Because I have faith. You know, um and I stand on the fact that I'm standing. Cuz if we were to go with the odds here, that got left ways back, you know. I'm finally leaving to get so lost that I find myself, and actually I find the cap reassuring. I like the way it feels. It's sensory memory. There's just something about um I'm so excited that I believe I deserve the wonderful opportunities that are coming into my life, and I have faith that everything just works out, and even though my money has almost always been at least just as much of a stress in my life as everybody else, if not significantly more, because of factors I won't get into. But everybody knows what it's like to stress. And I told a woman I knew. I told her not too long ago. I think maybe a couple weeks ago. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I mentioned that I had spent my last dime. Not that she even asked where. I mean, permanently disabled. I receive money monthly that comes with a regular check because I am disabled severely. And I have earned every dime, every meager dime that I get. And I told her I spent my last $500 on oils, and she's like, "Oh my God!" I think that's when she thought I was crazy. Because she was, "Oh my God, you can't do that!" I'm like, well, one, she didn't think it through. Two, she didn't even ask. Three, I'm just gonna leave it there. Yeah, I spent my last $500 on it, but I got a refrigerator full of food. My rent's paid, my utilities are included, and yeah, there's a couple of weeks left in the month, but it really ain't the worst hardship I've dealt with. Really, it isn't. Calm yourself. I get another chunk of change in a couple of weeks. But she generally seemed to have freaked out thinking I went crazy, and then she's a good person. So I'm going to again, no, I don't need to give her the benefit of the doubt because I know she's a good person. She labeled me as broken, and she judged me as crazy when she heard and then mindlessly reacted to a statement that she didn't even think through before judging as crazy. And then, obviously, we were already on a fucking slippery slope, and then just bam, it went right down a conversation and totally ended up with her crying, "You're mean!" Yeah, well, you're prideful and judgmental. Sir, not my problem. Good luck with that. Yeah, I'm mean. Meaner than you could possibly know. But that is exactly the reason why God sent me back. Because God is a loving God, but God is also a wrathful God. Because every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Because that for which one is capable of, one is capable of the antithesis. It's physics, it's really not that hard. I mean, we're talking basic yin and yang here. Only I believe God to be the fulcrum. I believe God to be the only thing that is right, that can be done without consequence. I believe that God is love. I believe that God is the only price you pay that never has a cost. I believe that because we are human and therefore never able to be perfect and limited by our own understandings to begin with, that we have diminished. You see, that's frustrating because never mind. Welcome to brain damage. I need water. Yeah, slush, well. Not quite water, but close enough. I think we have distorted the concept of God into something that we could box and put a lid on and label as us versus them and pick your ism. I mean, fuck, I relate to being a white person just about as much as I relate to being a female or a male. I'm me. Why should it matter? And get your business out of my bedroom. I'm a good person, doing the best I can, and I'm leading the way. That's all that should matter. That's all that should matter. I totally don't remember what I started with that on, but I remembered that I wanted to read this letter exchange, because just the exchange between me and the owner of the villa has just been incredibly validating and supporting and representative of the person I choose to be. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to record this, because he just emailed back. Your words are very powerful and kind. Thank you. But I am not the one saving your life. You are. Wow, and I think of Birdie telling me time and again, stop trying so hard. Stop trying. You already are. I have spent my entire life busting my ass being an obsessive overachiever so that I could be the best person I could be, and I could live up to everyone else's expectations that never really seemed to represent me, and trapped me in this big tiny minds that trapped me in a big box and make me so much less than I am I didn't wallow. I never wallowed. As I trudge through the quagmire of my own misery. I'm asexual. Just like I guess I'm creating a new thing. I'm a race. If I could be agender, meaning I don't really identify with being a chick or a guy, don't really give a fuck. I like what I like, and what of it? I happen to have any, and I happen to prefer Audi, but that's none of your damn business. Those are all your labels and judgments that are not my problem. And Everything else is politics, manipulation, and mind games that takes us further away from what every religion agrees is God. You know, I didn't even believe in God before I died. I mean, I coulda, shoulda, woulda believed in God. I mean, I was spiritual. I was earthy. You know, I was the person that openly explored religion so much and so often, so many different things. I mean, went to Catholic school after Hurricane Andrew, was raised part Christian, part Jewish, went to Catholic school at Hurricane Andrew, studied international relations, and global studies, always. High school, college, Ford, international religion, international relations, international studies, always. It look up. You know, when people come in and you know, the horror movie or whatever, and you're like, ah, look up! You know, it's like screaming, don't go in that door, and what do? They always go in that door. How many people actually look up? You know, I love photography of great ceilings because people fail to look up. You know, we get trapped so staring at our own feet. We lose perspective. Pale blue dot. You know, Carl Sagan, if you don't think what is it, of all the time, of all the worlds, basically saying in all space that's known, and then out of all the space that's unknown, if you really think there's no intelligent life out there of any form, wow, what a waste of space. You know, or is it much more likely that we're just not looking at things the right way? We're not looking to see, you know, if looking like can be, you know, it's we fail to see each other because we label, we judge, and we write off with every fucking ism you can think of. In this life, I will not be boxed by the inadequacy and the judgment of others. I am the best person I can be, and I'm doing the best I can. And I am so excited and so happy and so optimistic for the not just good things in my life, but the great things in my life, including my life itself and my recovery, and my ability to be a bajillion gazillion times happier than the person I was before that died. Why would anybody that loved Amber want to trap me in a prison of hell and hatred and self-loathing and misery? Why would you do that to me? Why not just see me for who I am? Because I am so much better than I was. And I'm so much happier for it. And the email exchange with the guy that owns the villa it was just... Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, the letter. Okay. 11 a.m. this morning, Friday, whatever the fuck it is, at 11 a.m., 3 hours ago. I feel compelled to be openly honest. You know, I was beaten to death by my combat veteran ex who was mentally unwell and had been asking for help for a decade. That's why he's letting me come stay at the villa until it sells. He's predicting, he was guessing about 2 years, and I've informed him that what I'm hoping to do is purchase the villa off him. So either way, bam, right? Rephrase, I'm not going to purchase it. I don't want to have to touch money or anything like that to begin with. It gives me major fucking anxieties. And I will not be demeaned to the level of my anxiety because of problems other people should solve. I have utmost faith and excitement and hope that the Orisman family will accept symbolic and token blame for what happened, because we know whatever happened, first of all, Irene, the general manager, you really need retraining. The person he needs to be fired. The tall young black guy that shouted out, thank you for your service, I suggest you train him for promotion. Not just because he's a really good guy and will do right by you and will really respect and value the opportunity you give him, but by training him to be what you need to be, you can be assured you get exactly what you need, and because by giving him the opportunity that he is clearly ready and prepared for and deserves, you will have an employee that feels indebted to you for giving him the opportunity. Win, win, win. You know? Just my opinion, because you seem to clearly be having management troubles. You know? But you know what, Orisman, family, it's not your fault. You know, it's not directly anyway. It's your fault of failing to be as involved in the management of companies that you give your name. Orisman Automotive, I want you to purchase off of me my mold. Wow. Orisman Automotive, specifically the Bowie branch, and whatever else the family wants to back it with, and whatever else, however it impacts the franchise, I don't know. I'll let you guys deal with the business. It's your responsibility. But I'm leaving for Thailand in March. I will be going to Bowie Automotive to sell them my mold-infested car that has been a continual biohazard for a year, that has caused me that has resulted in an untreatable respiratory condition, that even factoring that I was beaten to death by a lover with ridiculously, survival challenges, the only pain I have ever had that has surpassed this respiratory condition that resulted as a direct response to your inadequacy, Orisman Bowie Automotive Body Repair. It feels like being waterboarded 24/7. And the only more painful experience I have ever had was contracting typhoid in Kabul. And then I was treated on the economy. And then when I got back to base, the American medic was laughing, saying, damn, the treatment's gonna hurt worse than the illness. By the way, typhoid vaccinations are like flu shots. Just thought you should know. It all depends on the kind of strain. Yeah. Bowie Automotive, with the backing of Bowie family, because the buck stops with you. It is you, with Orisman Automotive, because Orisman and Bowie, the buck stops with the family because it's your name. I plan in March 2016, before I leave to Thailand, to go up to Bowie Automotive and sell them my mold-infested biohazard Nissan Juke and expect them to pay a price that America will vote up or down as enough contrition for the physical torture, hazard, and hardship and pain that has been caused by inaction, by shirking the responsibility of everyone in that chain of command. Orisman family, I am holding you personally responsible because it's your name and your feet to the fire. We all fall. It is what we do when we get back up. Orisman Bowie, I am going to be selling you my Nissan Juke, and I expect a price for it that you believe is what you deserve. Because guess what? When the show launches after I start filming in Thailand, America's gonna vote. America's gonna vote. So, vote your conscience and give what you believe I deserve. That's all I want. All I want is what you believe I deserve. And America will vote if they agree or not. As far as Orisman family and the multitude of corporations in which that contributes, I mean, please, if you get $1, first of all, psychology research and everything absolutely validates that the people that have the least give the most, and the people that have the most give the least. That's fact. Feel free to Google it. You know, I mean, or better yet, use your mind. Use your mind. Use your life experience. Think about your own experience and situations and how you've felt. We know it's true. We know it's true. The people with the least give the most. And I have given everything. And the people with the most give the least. You know what? If I meaningfully give $1, even to a drug addict at the VA, who's asking for money so he can get home, I gotta have faith. Brother needs help. You know, and far be it from me to judge a veteran drug addict, because we're all doing the different things we can to escape from our pain. Why would sex, alcoholism, and violence be any more of a drug of choice than whatever that dude's is, when nobody's really fucking helping us? So yeah, when I genuinely gave him, you know, whatever I had, it means a lot more than when somebody has a shitload of money. Say somebody has $100 million and they give $1 million away. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, they gave $1 million." Yeah, except that you made $100 million off your last movie. Everything is about context, people. Get a grip. Orisman family, your name is on the door. Orisman family, your name is on the door of an entire franchise of automotive businesses throughout the DC tri-state area, as well as a multitude of other corporations. Orisman family, you are loaded. Orisman family, you are brokering on veteran branding. It's time for you to pay up. And you can do that and save tons of money on even the lawyer costs it would go to alternatively go the route of, say, civil suit and trying this in a court of media, because in a court of media, you're guilty until proven innocent. Whereas in a court of law, you're innocent until proven guilty. How much damage do you think I could do to your public relations in all of your corporations? How would you like to have to go through all of them and change their names because Orisman has become a DC shame? Starting to gain context now? So, I have no clue. I don't even want to know the price of the villa in Thailand because I don't want anything to have to involve me at that level at all. That's between the Orisman family and the owner of the property and villa. Bam! Got nothing to do with me. Give it to War Than Peace. Because by donating the property in Thailand to the organization War Than Peace, you then make it tax deductible, as well as, yeah, we've made a mistake, but look how wonderfully we made up for it. And fantastic PR, promotions, and media for all of your corporations, especially the automotive franchisees that barter and trade on the fact that young enlisted regularly go out and purchase the vehicle they can't afford because they don't know any better, that you're using their brotherhood against them. Hey, they support vets. Yes, I'll go ahead and sink thousands of dollars I don't have into a car I can't afford. Hey, let's turn that frown upside down and turn it into wonderful marketing and the cheapest out you could possibly have by tax deductibly donating this stuff to War Than Peace. Oh, by the way, that would also then require the caveat of it would really behoove you to make sure that War Than Peace gets the 501c3 because any donations made with that year of them being issued their nonprofit status means it's tax deductible. So hey, Orisman, get War Than Peace their 501c3. It's obviously helping. I just don't want to deal with the paperwork. And then purchase the wonderful property in Thailand that is going to be ideal for creating a veteran mental health boot camp, and leverage the tax-deductible donation in favor of your mini businesses. Woo! Not only did I just paint you in a corner, but I gave you an out and I paved it with gold. Welcome to manipulation. Because the more you wiggle in quicksand, the deeper you get. Because justice is when you allow people's own inadequacies to be their own downfall. No lines crossed, no laws broken, and no shots fired. All I'm asking is you do the right thing. All this is still in pre-launch, so all you really got to do is trust that I can get attention. And I happen to have had a sensational life with a sensational story, and boy am I loud and articulate. Trust me, I'm getting attention. So then all you really have to do is look inside yourself and think of what's reasonable. Reasonable is the requests I am making of you. And then there's always a matter of self-preservation. Marina Towers, you're a sardine. Bitsy the terrorist, you are an example. John McHugh, you need to step up. Because guess what? I've now planted that seed in your consciousness, and if you don't, your subconscious will haunt you. Because signing those condolence letters was so hard for you. Because it was hard for you, I've called you out and I've made you accountable. If you do anything less than your best, it will haunt you. Challenge accepted? I'm just asking for you to be a better man. Orisman, I'm asking you to take responsibility for your name and drop a dime, quite literally. The money I am asking for in exchange, especially in exchange for the media I am offering that is worth far more. Because influence is power, not money. Money just results from influence. It helps to figure out the difference between cause and result. Just saying. Money results from influence. Perception of power is a mind game. It's a mind game the strong play on the weak. Power's a fucking fallacy. You know how we know? Because the power holders are standing on our shoulders. All we gotta do is say no. All we gotta do is say no, and the Soviet Union falls. These are facts. These are facts. All we gotta do is say no. All we gotta do is do the right thing, hold people accountable, and do something more than the bare minimum. Look up instead of staring at our shoes, and stop judging. And not only are we all gonna be much happier, much more influential, which equates true power, much more wealthy, but not just in money of course too, but like in the true value of wealth. You know, and we're gonna, our happiness quotient, our national happiness, gross national happiness, I forget what it is, our gross national happiness is going to go up. All of a sudden, we're going to go from the bottom of the rung in global standards across the board to the top dog once again. America, the world hates us. Just look at economics. Our fucking economy busts because we blindly allow our politicians to lead us into a dysfunctional, myopic, where it's failed to start from the very beginning. Then we go into economic hardship that, is continuing. And wow, the world falls right behind us like dominoes. No man is an island. No country is an island. Our behavior has multidimensional ripple effects. Why on earth do we think we would be at least four-dimensionally people, living in at least a four-dimensional world, and yet our behavior, our understanding and care about behavior is one-dimensional if we are lucky. Most people don't think past their nose. If we're lucky, somebody will consider somebody else's opinion. Point A, point B. The shortest distance between 2 points is a line. We have our first dimension. And that's if we're lucky. Why is it people seem to think we can be such complex humans that are so evolved in some respects and so devolved in many others? Just asking for people to take accountability, to express contrition, to focus on their own self-preservation. Do the right thing. It is not that we fall. Everybody does. Trust me, my knees are fucking blown. But it's what we do when we get back up. And unite us. Lead the way. United Airlines. I have utmost faith that Orisman Automotive is going to get the War Than Peace, their 501c3, so that they can deduct from their taxes the cost of the property they're going to purchase in exchange for me being, in exchange for their positive PR. That just makes good business. United, that would mean you can then also tax deduct those empty flights. While doing a really good thing on a human level for the people that, in my opinion, are the most deserving. We are the anti-heroes, the heroes of the owners of the blood on foreign soil that got us home. We are simply the survivors of war. We are the anti-heroes. And the burden and the judgment of the term hero breaks our fucking back and reinforces the fact that you have no clue. We're doing the fucking best we can and you have no clue. Thank you. Thank you for at least coming this far between, last generation spitting on them and this generation honoring us as heroes. But you know what? We're not there yet. We still gotta keep going. Because me and mine can't bear the burden anymore, and we should not be asked to. Not as long as Orisman corporate family has fucking shitloads of money that they could do to make up for the mistake on their territory to help make the world a better place and to help actually put their money where their mouth is when they say they support veterans. Because United Olson, the new vice president of corporate communications, I can tell from your behavioral psychology alone that you're quite an individual. And I have faith that you are up to the task of elevating United back to the level of enjoying traveling. The enjoyment of travel. Uniting America. Bringing back United coast to coast. I believe United deserves the opportunity to own its name and unite America by helping her veterans heal so we can lead the way in healing America. All while tax deductible and great PR. Too viral to fail. Because bills in Congress and all that crap really doesn't do anything. It just adds more to it's another drop to the sea we're already drowning in. And you know what? I don't need permission or approval. I just need leverage. Mechanical advantage. With leverage, you can move. It all comes down to leverage. And you know what? I'm a good person, doing the best I know how. I believe I was kept alive by God so that I could lead the way and teach others to do what I am doing and have done for myself. So that we could lead America back into a heyday of owning what it means to be American. Because if America is at the damn near bottom of the world's happiness scale, 1, there's a problem. 2, we have really strayed from everything it means to be American. Because forget founding fathers and documents and stuff. Just Joe to Joe. I understand America to mean that no is not an option, that you pull yourself up by your bootstraps and you get it done. Because you take responsibility for your actions. And you handle your own shit. Because nobody gave us shit. We fucking earned every bit of it. Hardship included. We earn our hardship by failing to make good choices and blindly following the herd. Yeah, well, the herd's been running towards a cliff. Because the powers that be you're behind is fucking charging. You know, instead of running towards the cliff, all we gotta do is peel off. You double back around, and then bam! Now we've got them on the run towards the cliffs. It's called strategy. It's called critical thinking. It's called good business. Just, I have faith that Americans feel that so much is wrong. And if America's first black president can be elected on hope, I believe the American people are ready for change. I want nothing to do with anything like that. I refuse to even file for my own 501c3 because I can't fucking handle it. No offices, no positions, no nothing. I just want to be me. And I am got my own path, thank you. But you know what? If you want operation orders for execution and how to successfully provide change in your own life by living the soapstone, by working together for everybody's mutual benefit, that I got. Fuck. That I got. And all I need is for people to do their little bit. Marina Towers, you are a fucking condo. All I need for you to do is take some of those shitload of money you have, just a little bit, and purchase an apartment. Orisman, all I want you to do is get my 501c3 so that you can then deduct off your taxes your act of contrition that you then leverage into amazing public relations. That's good business. United, I want to help you bring you back to the peak of your game and higher. I want people to fly United because it is an expression of patriotism to do so. United coast to coast, uniting America. I want United to step up and own their name, wear their colors proud, and make United an example of patriotism. You know, I mean, oh, and yeah, I also want to be able to fly back and forth so I can help manage all these projects that I'm standing up to help veterans so that I can continue this shit forward. And yeah, I would like to crash at the villa in Thailand when I'm there. Cool, help, you know, help continue instruction and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, you know, if for some reason I gotta be in DC, I'd like a place to crash. Cool, thanks. You know, I need to be out of the city, so I don't plan to be there much anyway. You know, but it's always nice to have a place to crash, you know, when you're amongst friends, right? You know, and then I want to come back and zigzag my way across America, directly promoting the healing and promotion of positive psychology, specifically among veterans. And I want to do it empowering all of these impotent veteran service organizations to actually make a real fucking change. Just tell me what you need to know. and I will boots on the ground. I will spend my fucking time zigzagging across America, conducting top-notch behavioral psychology research to help you meet that goal. We gotta work together, because otherwise we're working against each other. Team Rubicon, bridging the gap. Because that's what we need to do. We're the ones bridging the gap. Only now we need to bridge our own gap. You know, because there's obviously something wrong. Team Rubicon, I think you're amazing. I think you're wonderful. You got it. You got it almost right. And that's okay, because nobody's perfect. You know, good managers don't know the information themselves. They just know to listen. They know to listen when people have important things to say. Team Rubicon, you own your name. Hats off. You know, America, there are gaps we need to bridge at home. And you know what? We don't need other people to do it for us. That's the whole fucking problem. We're looking outside of ourselves. We're blaming other people. We're running around in circles, chasing our own tails, getting not a goddamn thing done. That is not the American way. The American way is the NCO, rubber hits the road, no is not an option, get her done. You get exactly what you deserve, good or bad. If you want a better life, then be a better person and make better decisions. And let me help teach you how. You know, honest to God, I don't want to fucking deal with money. I got just enough, if I'm careful. I got just enough to get by on the rest of my life because I really am seriously broken. But that does not mean I'm useless. That just means I can't fit into anybody else's standards again. And you know what? I deserve a comfortable, nice life because all I want to do is go around helping other people. I just don't want to be out for it. So yeah, I want to crash at the house in Thailand. Yeah, I want to crash at the place at the Marina Towers, Purple Combat Boots place in DC when I gotta be here. Yeah, I plan to live in this really awesome tiny home trailer that I've already designed when I come back from Thailand so that I can zigzag across doing direct positive psychology, psychosocial research to directly empower the leading veteran service organizations of today to actually make a difference. Because I believe they want to. I believe we just got so stuck and led astray and not knowing how. Welcome to what America has become. You know, and then while I'm doing that, I want to promote the reality show also so that by the time I get out to Cali, we're already ready to launch on Camp Eatonville Season 1. And so there we go to makethisgoviral.org. And then we partner with other companies like Groupon, for example. Because if Groupon can pay for, the gimmick of people living an entire year off Groupon for free, then they can pay for veterans to get themselves to Camp Eatonville so that we can empower homeless veterans to heal themselves by building their own tiny homes, to promote positive psychology and constructive change, leveraging reality TV to have the deepest, most immediate reach and direction into influencing the people. We can have product placement, pay for everything. See, I'm literally flipping the ladder, turning the tables, maximum efficiency of resources for highest impact to create a win-win-win. Catch 33, do the right thing, and make money while healing. Because I gotta help my brothers. All I want is to be me. All I want is to be me, to help my brothers, to lead the way, and to not be out for it. You know, I mean, because trust me, stress and anxiety diminishes me greatly. I am a much better person when I am free of the anger and the pain, be it righteous or not. Please help me to be this person so that I can help lead the way, so that I can help make you lots of money and create positive change and deliver on the hope we've been promised. All I want is for people to do the little bit they can. Even if it's to just hit forward, hit share, tell a veteran, hey, this chick's building the FM on coping and mechanisms and all this shit that you wish you knew and how to handle this shit. I've already got PTSD resolved. I've already got hypervigilance solved. I've got this shit broken down. It's just a matter of application. That's the entire point of the mental health boot camp that would be free to veterans in Thailand. So that we can train the trainers, so that a small portion of the previous class can stay and teach the next class, and then become master trainers, and as such the process continues. The process of healing. Process of self-perpetuating, continued positive growth and change, creating a positive feedback cycle that psychosocially and economically leads the way. America needs to lead the way for the world. Damn, we've made a mess and we've strayed and we took the whole world with us. It's time we lived up to what it means to be American. We did our duty, all of us, not just the ones that wore the uniform. We just start with them. Because if we can overcome our trauma and make something great come out of bad stuff, then we can lead the way for you. Because trauma's trauma, we're just on the far end of the scale. And if we can do it, then we're living proof. Just like I am living proof. And I stand on the fact that I'm standing. And I have utmost faith. Just as I was guided to this villa, I sent one email to an individual I had never contacted before. And for the first time in 20 years, the dude replied to it, a request. I was directed by God to reach out to him, a man on the other side of the world that I never even knew existed. And he was obviously felt compelled to respond. And I get to leave this life of pain and aggression and fighting for survival. I get to leave it behind. Because to lead the way, I gotta experience the solution first. I've had to go through all of the steps. Do not think I had any of this easy. That's why I'm giving open carte blanche to my psychologist. I have had to go through every single step. All of them. I'm just a fast learner. And I make a mistake once. Other than for my brothers, for which I have always had an Achilles heel. Whoops, sorry, you can't see it, and yeah, my feet are dirty. I'm a naturist. I guess I should say naturalist. Vets have always been military. My brothers have always been my Achilles heel. And purple is the color of honor, respect, and loyalty for a goddamn reason. Any fucking military that turns to me and says, I don't know, that color's kinda gay. Really? I fucking think your Purple Heart's gay. We need to represent. We need to represent, and we need to honor what everything that Purple Heart stands for. Fearlessly. Obviously. Because when my fucking tattoo artist did those, she's like, God damn, those, you pick them, right? You know, she said that spot in particular is so fucking sensitive. A woman that's tattooed from skull to toe won't get them there. My brothers have always been my Achilles heel. James Bradford Kelly, I stood by you. A little rough in the middle, but beginning to end, I stood by you. Brothers, I have always had your back. Now I need you to have mine. Because at no point has this been easy. I've just done it really quickly. Because I'm really fucking smart, and I had lived a hell of a life learning from experience. And then been blessed with so much to be liberated from clinging to my pain and accepting myself. You know, brothers, at the end of the day, we need to let go of our pain and accept who we are. If you didn't do your best, if you really did fuck up and you carry that guilt, then you know what? The only way out is through. You need to redirect that burden into something beautiful. Help others. It's the way to heal yourself. You know, and for those of you that know you tried your best, guess what? You have nothing to be ashamed of. You did nothing wrong, because if you tried your best, and that's even if you got locked in anxiety, deers in the headlight, fucking piss yourself when shots fly, guess what? That's normal. Those of us that don't get like that are fucking so far out, we gotta work all the harder to come back in. Trust me. If you did your best, then it is unreasonable of anyone to ever have asked more of you. And only you will know if you really did your best. Then all we gotta do is accept it. You know I make this shit look easy, but dude, I've been planning this operation for 2 years, and trust me, it's anything but easy. I've just gone through the motions really, really fast. Because I don't have time. I refuse to go through that hell again. I refuse to go through that hell again. So I'm fucking booking for my way out of the box, you know? Whew, I'm fucking out of here. Deuces. And honestly, I don't want to be a shut-in. I don't want to be alone. I willingly prefer to hide in my apartment because I can't stand to be around people that don't get me. I love being around my brothers. We need each other. You're not alone. You're just 1% of the population scattered to the wind, like blowing on a dandelion. Yeah, well, it's time we came together. It's time we came together. Now let's do what we know to do and shake the fucking ground. Because all I'm asking for is for you to do your best, and if the best you can do is lay there and pray, then do it. Because you owe it to your brothers. Because we need to honor the heroes by saving the lives of the ones that struggle each day to stay that way. We fucking owe it to them. They died for us. I can't do this.